Okay, thanks for joining me, everybody. So today is an introduction to Vedic mantras. I will be telling you what exactly the Vedic mantras are, how they will help, how you can use them for your daily issues, like it can be blockages in finances, it can be for pain, it can be for memory. Um, Vedas are basically uh, they have come in, they have traveled as form of sound. So Vedas as such have no form, and according to Vedas, God has no form. There is no God. When the Vedas came into existence, Vedas were heard as frequency, they were heard as sound. They came to us in form of certain syllables. So Vedas are not something which these people wrote by themselves. Okay, Vedas are something, the sound was discovered by them when they were in deep meditation, when they were in connection with the universe. Okay, so initially the Vedas were passed on from the teacher to the disciple and further on, and this was done in form of word of mouth. There was no written text. It was only passed on from the teacher to the student, again from the teacher to the student, and it was passed on for a number of years that way, like a yug passed like that, without anybody writing it down, without anybody putting it into words. Okay, then even though all these Vedas, all these words, I would say, they are clubbed under this language called Sanskrit. You have to understand that Sanskrit is a language of sound. It is not just a language of scriptures or how you write. That is the reason Sanskrit is one language you can write in all the languages. Like you can write it with a Hindi lipi. Lipi is script. You can write it in a Hindi script. You can write it in a Telugu script. Any script you can actually write Sanskrit. Why? Because Sanskrit as such is sound. It's only sound. It is not script. There's no scripture for Sanskrit. Okay. So they wrote it based on the script they are familiar with. So the first person to write these Vedas in form of a script was Vedavyasa. Okay, Muni Vedavyasa, he was the one who had put it up. And when he he put it up in form of, like, the way he got the messages, the way he got it from his gurus and all that, from the ascended masters, or directly from the divine energy or the universe, wherever he got it from, he wrote it in form of lines. It came up in form of lines. So these are the stotras. We call it the stotras, the shlokas, we call it the hymns, the prayers. See, those are in form of either couplets, like if you take Ramcharitmanas, or if you take Bhagavad Gita, if you take Hanuman Chalisa, all these are either in form of poetry, or they are in form of couplets, or they are in form of different forms. They have been written based on how these disciples understood it. Okay, now as the centuries passed on, what happens is now we are at a stage where we want everything to be instantaneous. Nobody has the patience to learn a 6 line shloka or a stotra. They don't have the patience. If you tell them that, if you have to get well, then you do the 6 line or 8 line Dhanvantri Stotram, they will not do it. Or they will say that I don't have that much time. It's all a matter of time for us now, because time has become so precious for us now. It's either that, or we don't have enough concentration power, enough cultivated energy inside us to just sit for 1 hour calmly and then chant the mantra steadily. right? But whatever it might be, it could be that we have lesser time um, uh, to concentrate on one particular thing. You know, we want to move quickly. The mind wants to finish this off and go to the next task, and then the next task, and then the next task. It doesn't want to stay in one particular place. Previously they used to be like, you know, even now there are places which conduct bhajans. So bhajans, they do it constantly for anywhere between 1 hour to 6 hours. I have seen it. So 6 hours they just sit and they chant the mantra while clapping. The clapping, the energy which is produced when you clap your hands is, it is, what do you say, it is one way of balancing your right and left brain, and it will help you connect with the universe better. It will help you concentrate better. So bhajans always include the clapping. Bhajan is one form of chanting the mantra constantly and continuously. But when we do it, say 6 hours straight, how many minutes, I'm not even saying hours, how many minutes is our mind actually focusing in it? How many minutes is our mind actually connecting with the universe with that particular frequency? Because when we do it for an hour or 6 hours or 3 hours or whatever, what happens is we are just repeating it. When you repeat it, your mind gets used to it, your mouth does it automatically, and then your mind starts wandering, right? So when you take stuff like this, isn't it better to have a mantra which is short, sweet, works instantaneously? So what some of the ascended masters did is they have taken out something called bijakshar. Bij means root, right? Seed. Bij means seed. So the root of the mantra, if the mantra is, say, Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. So Shreem and Om are the bijakshars from that. So they have understood that chanting the bijakshar is just as powerful as chanting the entire mantra sometimes. So if you don't have enough patience to chant Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha every 108 times, what you do is you just start chanting Om or Shreem 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 like that, right? So these are bijakshars. These are particular bijakshars which have been given for different energetic frequencies. Why I'm using the word frequency over here is I don't want to use the word God over here. I don't want to say that this belongs to this particular God. This belongs to this particular God, because the energy is the same. It's just that you are seeing that energy in that particular form in that particular time. Let me explain in a easier manner. Uh, at home my son will see me as his mother, but if I'm teaching in his school, then when I'm in his class, he will see me in form of a teacher. I will not be his mother over there, I will be his teacher, right? And in case the moment the class is done, again I'm his mom. I will hold his hand and come back home with him, right? But at that particular point of time, he has to see me in the position of a teacher only. Similarly, this particular energy, what we are talking about, the universal energy, what we are talking about, we have to see it in one particular form based on our needs. If we want the universe to give us money, we have to see the energy in form of Sri Mahalakshmi. We have to see the energy in form of Sri Vishnu. If we want moksha, okay, if we want to walk in the spiritual path, if we want to know the purpose of our life, if we want to know what is beyond this, then we go towards Shiva. You lean towards Shiva, okay? Because Shiva, the essence of Shiva is about leading you beyond the physical world, beyond the physical body, beyond what the physical existence you see around you. Got it? So that particular energy whom we call, when you call it, you have to send it back once the work is done. Like I said, my role of the teacher is done, so I have to come back to being a mother. Okay. Similarly, if I'm a doctor, then the role of being a doctor will be done the moment I come home. I'm again a mother. I'm again a wife. I'm again a mother-in-law, like, daughter-in-law. So all these things, all these different forms are the different forms. When we say we have, like, 1 crore gods in Hinduism, it does not mean we have 1 crore gods. It means that we recognize that each this particular energy works in 1 crore forms. It works as a father, it works as a son, it works as a teacher, it works as a um uh, I don't know, as a cook, as a nurse. It works in a million forms. That is also the reason all our goddesses are shown to have 8 different hands, 10 different hands. And like, for example, they say that Ravana has 10 heads. See, anybody would 10 heads is, it's actually very hard. Imagine if one head gets cold, then all the others will get it and he will be sneezing constantly. So it does not mean he has 10 heads. Okay. It means he has intellect enough for 10 people. He's that smart. Okay, it is the reason they mentioned heads is because he's that smart. The only thing is he uses it in the wrong way, but he is that smart, right? Similarly, when they show goddess Durga as having 8 hands, holding different weapons in each hand, it does not mean that she actually has 8 hands. It would be so hard to have 8 hands, or a what do you say, 1,000 eyes. No, it actually means that that particular essence of goddess Durga is capable of handling those 8 different tasks. So it is like this. As a mother, I'm a cook, I'm a cleaner, I'm a nurse, I'm a daughter-in-law, I'm a wife, I'm a mother. Okay, so 6 roles I'm playing over here. So those represent 6 roles. It means I have 12 hands, right? So when we talk about Vedas, when you think of that particular energy, think of it as a form which will be able to do the task for you. If you want, education, do not call an energy which will give you money. If you want a soul partner, do not call an energy which will give you attraction, right? No, you have to call an energy which will find your soulmate for you, right? So this is how Vedic mantras are used. So in this particular session, I will be telling you 2 complete mantras and 3 Bij mantras. Okay. You can try this, you can practice it. And in February, I have my course wherein I will be teaching okay, 50 plus mantras I'll be teaching in that, and you can join that. That's a yes, Samya sir.
Anyway, just a quick question. So when you talk about the chanting, right? So chanting we need to do loud, or maybe मन मन में भी बोल सकते हैं उसको.
बोल सकते हैं. See, mantra chanting, this is something many people don't explain. Mantra is basically something which should be equivalent to your breathing. It should become a part of you. Okay, so when it becomes a part of you, you can either say it out aloud or you can say it inside your head. It will work either way. The only important thing is the mantra should be the foremost thing in your thoughts, always, like all the time. If you have given an intention, let's say you have given an intention for a career growth, then you use that particular mantra. You give the intention the first time that, as I chant this mantra for the next so and so days, usually it is around 21 days, 41 days, 108 days, so all these days when you're chanting, you say that as and when I chant this for the next, say, 41 days, uh, I want this to happen. I want a growth in my career. I mean, don't make it so vague. Just say that, let's say if you are in an officer position, you say that I become a manager, right? So you give that kind of intention, very very crisp and clear intention you give, and then you start chanting it. And as you chant it, what happens is, even when you're sleeping, just before you sleep, as soon as you get up, the mantra keeps running in your head, right? So it does
Okay.
not really matter, it doesn't really matter. But initially, yes, it is suggested to chant it out a bit loud, like, just say om 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 om. When you do it, what happens is, when your ears hear your own voice, they concentrate more. Because if you do it inside, then the mind will wander. Initially the mind might wander, you know right? So we'll start with the first one. uh Soumya ji, how's your back pain now?
It reduced in the initial stage, but again seems like it's coming back.
It's coming
So
back. All right.
yeah.
So again, the first mantra which I'm going to give you is this mantra, which is tan. Okay. So you write it. I will Hindi ta. I mean, how many of you are familiar with thank you, Vasanta ma'am. Okay, I just have a couple of testimonials, and then those people want to leave. I hope that's okay. Yes, Vasanta ma'am.
Yeah, we have experienced. I am audible, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Mm, I got mantras for my husband of official purpose, office issues, and you gave two mantras. I'm so blessed. We are blessed. We have those mantras, and we got positive result. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for
It
that.
worked. It worked. Really worked. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Gayatri.
Yeah, yeah. I got mantras for my personal problems from you, and they really helped, solve the conflict, and things are looking far better actually.
Thanks,
So
Gayatri.
I just want to tell everybody that, if you believe in the mantra and recite it with your whole heart, it will completely work for you.
Yes, they are very powerful, very, very powerful. The only thing is, I think, the surrender, the acceptance, and the belief.
Yes, yes, yes. Not everybody believes it 100%. So
Yes.
you have to just
I think
believe
it
and give
also
in
works
to,
with positive results. When the results come up, you tend to believe it more.
yes. So I started with small stuff like healing for pain and all that stuff. So since it worked, I totally gave in to whatever you say. So that's how.
Yes.
So whatever you say, I'll be like, yes, yes, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it.
Yes. Yeah. Soumya sir, you can start the chant again. Just do it for 1 minute.
Yep, I will try again, Nilma.
Yeah. Rest of you
Anil,
also, let's give a
Nilma, just another quick question, if you allow me.
yes, please.
So, is it something like, suppose if I got a mantra from the internet, say for example Google or something through some other Vedic sites, or we need really some guru, to let us know means how
Vedic
to.
mantras do not work like regular affirmations, or like, what do you say? They're not something we can pick from the internet, because the people who give it, like if I'm giving it to you, I have to do the siddhi of the mantra. So I have to, basically, siddhi is wherein something starts working for you. It works for you in the way that you can give it to other people, whether you use it for yourself or whether you use it for your family. You will be able to do the proxy chant for them, and basically the mantra stays with you, it becomes a part of you, right? So in the workshop which I'll be doing in February, that is what I'll be teaching. I will be teaching you how to do the siddhi of the mantra. I will make you do the siddhi of the mantra, so that those mantras, all those mantras, will work for you. See, we don't know why these things come to us. We don't know, um, what do you say? We don't know when we might need them. But there will come a time when you will need them, right? All of us want mantras wherein we don't get bullied, or um, we have a constant flow of abundance in our house, for happiness, for spiritual growth, for uh, good health, you know, for the goodness of the family. We want our children to succeed, we want our parents to stay healthy. You know, all these things that we have, they might seem little things, but we will get burdened by them at one stage or the other. We reach a place where we are overwhelmed, you know. Can I do this? Will this happen? And then the fear sets in, that okay, I'm not capable of doing it. And when the fear sets in, it is very hard to connect to the universe, because fear always acts as a blockage, right? So when you take a mantra, even if it is not from me, better take it from somebody who has done the siddhi of the mantras, right? Because uh, internet has a lot of things, and I won't say it's negative, because I myself learned a lot of things from that. Like in the initial stages, I used a lot of guided meditations from it. And although not the mantras, because all the mantras I have taken are through mentors, through like, you know, I have gotten some mantras through ascended masters, some mantras through mentors. Like, you have to do it as a proper course in order to make that mantra work for you. But if I give it to you, it will be like I'm telling you to chant it, right? So you will be able to take it, but that you cannot give it to somebody else. Even if you give it, might not work. It's a might not. I won't say that it will not. It might not. Okay. So I want all of us to just concentrate on energy exchange. So basically, Tina ma'am, how it works is, um, we all have universal currency, right? We have universal currency and we have karma. I think all of us accept that there is some karmic thing which comes to us from the past and which takes us into the future, right? So we are all the soul. Basically, I'm talking from the soul point of view. Let me know if this is confusing for anybody, okay? So the soul has three properties, I would say. I don't know if property is the right word, but the soul has three things it carries with it in every lifetime. Okay. So uh, for people who think there is only one lifetime, let me tell you, it is like this. When you take a block of gold, you take out a little part of it, you convert it into say a bangle, a chain, or a ring or something, right? So as long as it is in that shape, you will call it a chain or a ring or a bangle. But once it melts, it goes back to being gold. You don't call it melted ring or melted bangle, melted chain. You don't call it that. You will call it gold again. Similarly, there is a collective soul. There's just one soul, okay, part of which takes a form. It can take the form of Nilima, it can take the form of Gayatri, it can take any form, okay, a form of the cupboard behind me. But once that form dissolves, the soul goes back to the whole. The soul becomes the whole, okay? So it takes the form to experience something. So when it takes the form, it brings something from the past. Okay. So there are basically one is called Sanchitam. Sanchitam is basically everything we have collected over all the lifetimes. Okay. Sanchitam means bag. Okay. Sanchit means bag. Okay. So the Sanchitam has everything which is collected and it keeps carrying it throughout. Okay. Uh, and then we have Prarabdham. Prarabdham is from the Sanchitam, it takes a little bit of it, brings it to this world. Prarabdham is what you experience in this world. You're born into a certain family, in a certain financial status, at a certain academic level. You're born into a family of certain happiness, of certain experiences, that is prarabdham. We say that are uska naseeb mein hai, that is naseeb, whatever is there is what they have gotten over here. Okay. And then agami is what you do in this lifetime. You all the karmas which you do, the good karma, the bad karma. Karma means to do. Okay, basically karma means to do. It's not a very big word. So whatever you do, it goes as universal currency for you. It goes as less currency, more currency, depending on whatever you do. That is agami. So prarabdham, sanchitam, and agami, these are the three things the soul travels with. So as we this is the concept of karma. Like when they say, "Arey, uska naseeb acha hai, iska naseeb acha nahi hai," he's born with a golden spoon. Why? Because the soul wants to experience that, and based on the universal currency they have collected in the previous lifetimes, they could manage to be born in an extremely rich family, right, or extremely poor family based on what they did in the previous lifetime. So all these things, whatever are there, uh, they are the ones which determine your destiny. When we say fate or destiny, they are the ones which determine that particular destiny in this particular lifetime. But the advantage we have as humans is our destiny is in our hands. You can create your future. You can absolutely create your future. Trust me. It is not a myth. It is not a miracle. It is just free will of your soul. You are given a free will as a human, right? So when you do all these things, that is when you understand that nothing is permanent, and you have come with tools. Okay, every person is born with tools. Now these Vedic mantras, yes, 1 second. So these whatever I'm giving you, whatever I'm telling you, the reason I'm telling you about this soul thing is all of us have these karmic patterns, right? If I give you something, if I heal you, like not heal you, I channel the divine energy in order to heal you, what happens is your karma gets entwined with mine. And if you feel gratitude, not now, if in the future you feel gratitude and I'm dead by that time, I have to take birth till you repay me. That is how karmic entwinement works. And what will that do? It will not allow my spiritual growth. The same thing will happen with you and whomever you help also. Okay, if you do it with just the aspect of, okay, they need help, I'm helping. Okay, when that is done, it is okay. So this energy exchange can be done in the monetary value wherein you pay me because I am giving you the mantra, or you do it in some other form. Like if you like the mantra and it is working for you, you tell 5 people, okay, 5 different people, you tell them that, "Arey, this girl does this and it's working out really well, join her group and she will be really able to help you." That is another form of helping. The other form of helping would be you doing it for free for somebody else, right? So what I do is, as energy exchange, I take anywhere between, you know, 1 rupee to $100, depending on uh, how much the people can pay and how much they can afford, how much energy I'm expending for that particular session or for that particular mantra, right? So this energy exchange is extremely important when you do the Vedic process. Okay, just remember that. Okay, what was the other question? See, there is no starting point, Gayatri. Starting point is always a single cell organism. See, that is what our Dashavtar, you have the Dashavtars, right? That is what they tell you. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha. What is it? Matsya, fish. Just the water. Kurma is water and land. Varaha, pure land, but it's animal, right?
So
Narasimha.
the same applies for us as well.
Everybody. That's what the Dashavatas tell you. How soul is evolved, right? So Varaha is the fourth one, which is Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha. Narsimha is the fourth one, which is half animal, half man. What does that mean? It means you look like a person, but you think like an animal. It's basic survival instinct, right? So as you evolve, you reach the place of which place do you reach? The last one. What is the last one? What is the last avatara? Come on, guys.
I'm thinking, but I went
Kalki,
blank.
Kalki.
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 What is the
Yeah,
Kalki
Kalki.
avatara about? Kalki avatara is about the end of this cycle again. Kalki is about the Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is the end of 4 yugas, right? So now we are in the, we have just reached the second pada. Kali Yuga has 4 padas, okay? And after Kali Yuga will be the Satya Yuga, wherein it ends and then it starts again. The cycle starts again, right? So this particular Kalki is going to come at the end of Kali Yuga, fourth phase, which will be after like each yuga, each section will be 26,952 years each section. So in 2012, we just entered the Dvitiya Pada, the second Pada of Kali Yuga we entered in 2012, 2013. From now onwards, we have to look forward to another 26,952 years to reach the next Pada. Okay, so this particular generation is extremely lucky generation that we saw a shift of Yuga. I don't know if you have seen online, you see that, the age of Aquarius has started. They're saying the dimension shift has happened. What is all this? When you talk in terms of Indian understanding, I would say Indian understanding, when you talk, it is yugas. It's basically they're talking about yugas. Okay, each section would take about, that 13,500 odd years it will take, and then each part of it will take 26,952 years. These are actual numbers which have been given in our scriptures. They're actual numbers. I mean, if it has been mentioned in Bhagavad Gita that it takes 1,64,000 years it will take for us to start the curiosity towards spirituality. Just the curiosity. Okay, the journey will start there. After that, how many janmas it will take, we don't know. How many births it's going to take for us, we don't know. But our goal should be to concentrate on that all the time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you have to keep taking rebirth till you understand that there is nothing. It's just oneness. And that will take a long time. As far as I know, I don't know any ascended masters who have reached that stage. Buddha has reached one stage below that, which is the nirvana. Nirvana stage, so he reached the stage of nirvana, which is nothingness. Okay, but when there is nothingness, there is so he said that I have reached the stage of nothingness, right? So when he said I have reached the stage of nothingness, who told him that? Who is the one who told him this is the state of nothingness? So it is one level below that. So Buddha is one person who has reached that one level below that. Okay, probably ascended masters like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, they might have reached Sharada Devi, all these, but I'm not really sure. Really not sure. So these, as you keep doing these mantras, yes, Renika ma'am.
Ma'am, what did you tell about that dimension shift? Like, have we really shifted in dimension? Like, I didn't understand that part.
Okay, that's another concept. Basically, before 2012, the Earth was in something called third dimension, ma'am. Third dimension is the start of the Kali Yuga of Pradamapada. Okay, so the third dimension is all about ego. It's about selfishness, it's about greed, it's about ego. Many people say that, how much ever my grandparents did, we don't do it these days. I don't agree with that, because that was the generation which did it either because they were taught to do it, okay, or because they were used to doing it, or because they did it for getting that punya. If you realize it, you will see that those people, the 3D people, talk a lot about papa and punya. They talk about good and evil. They talk about, if you do this, this will happen. Consequence. They talk about consequences. They are also firmly rooted in the earth, which means they had selfishness, they had greed. See, selfishness and greed is not bad. It is just that when it is part of extreme attachment, my family, my son, my daughter, my husband, my inheritance, the word my is extremely dangerous. Me, my, mine, all these things are ego related. So when the dimension now presently from 2012 till 2033, we are in a dimension shift wherein we are in 4D, and from 33 we will go into 5D. 5D is about pure consciousness, which is about acceptance. That is the reason we have so many healers coming up. We have so much of love pouring in, throughout the world. We have so much love pouring in right now, and people are just ready to help. They just want to come up and help. They don't accept that, we can do it only for this, we can do it no, nothing like that. So many healers are coming up. So that was the reason from 2012 onward. So this is a shift. When I say a shift, what happens during a shift? Changes occur. When changes occur, people have to accept it. When people cannot accept it, they have to be removed. That is how universe thinks. That is the reason it started with, there are, in again, if I talk from the point of Christianity, there are 4 horsemen. These 4 horsemen are, I think they are, death, pestilence, war, and something else is there. So these 4, they mention it that way. They say that first the tsunami occurred, which was the natural calamities. If you remember correctly, 2012, 2013 was really bad with natural calamities. Wherever there was water, there was tsunami. Wherever there was trees, there was fires. There were a lot of bushfires. There were a lot of accidents, lot of plane crashes. A lot of things happened wherein collective people died. Number of people died. So once that thing happened, then what happened? We came into COVID. COVID is all about disease. Okay, it's about, it's like a plague. Okay, plague is a second horseman. So what happens during that time is, people fall sick. Again, collective death. You have collective death. You have lakhs and lakhs of people died. I mean, if you just go through the statistics from 2012, so many people have died. So many people have died. I would say almost all families have seen at least one death, right? So when this happened, the third one is, there's another one in between, which is the drought. So what happened? You have snow falling. I think somewhere in Mexico, very hot places you had snow, and then very cold places you had heat waves, and the heat wave was so bad that, again, people died, right? So drought occurs wherein, if you have seen Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, they were in a very bad shape. They were in a shape where, they didn't have food. That is the drought state. Some countries had to go through that. Some countries went through tsunami and all that. Some countries, and everybody had to go through COVID. See, at a physical level, we can
Generally, generally after COVID, like we find people becoming more and more compassionate. I feel like
Yes, that
before
is
that.
because, see, unless all these things come, unless these four horsemen come, compassion will not come out of people. You won't find empathy and sympathy. See, last 10 years, I wouldn't say last 10 years, before 2012, I'm talking from 2000 till 2012, it was all about earning. People had become extremely greedy. They wanted earning some way or the other. They had to earn money, and it was for themselves. They wanted so many things for themselves. Now all this has shifted. People want to do charity. People are more compassionate. They are empathetic. They are sympathetic. They are ready to do stuff for you just like that. You find people doing things for you just like that. So that is 4D. Now, why do these people have to die? Okay, they have to die because their emotional levels were not equivalent to pass on to the 5D, which is a pure consciousness state. So these people will be reborn again. At least the healers, as healers, we understand that there is nothing wrong in these people dying at this particular stage of life, because they will be born with a upgraded software. Whoever could not upgrade themselves, like say people in their 60s, in their 70s, you can't expect them to change their way of thinking just because we are expecting a dimension shift, right? So they are taken away. They're taken away from there. They will be upgraded. The software in their brains will be upgraded. I mean, I'm telling in a simpler form, and they will be born again in the 5D. Okay, so this is the dimension shift, ma'am. Do you get this now?
Yes, ma'am. Like I've been getting a lot of information about this 5D shift now. Like so, when I was there,
Okay, okay. So this is the 5D shift. But basically, according to the Hinduism thing, it is the like, I wouldn't say Hinduism, according to Indian mentality, like, according to Mayan calendar, it again, they call it something else. They call it Earth's Kundalini change. And according to us, according to Indian thing, it is the second pada of the Kali Yuga, which has started from 2012. Okay, so these things, it is there in almost all the uh, oldest cultures. It's there in Egypt. We have in Mayan culture, we have like Mayan is basically Native Americans. Okay, we have in the Tao culture, a Tibetan culture we have. So these are the cultures which have been coming from since a long time. So we understand this. So like even in the Americas, you will be able to see this only in particular sections of people, like who are pure Native Americans. They are the ones who are able to understand this. So there have been a lot of what do you say, a lot of rituals which have been done since 2012 to allow for a better shift of this energy and all that. And even in India, you must have seen a lot of yajnas people are doing these days. It used to be random ones, but now I personally know so many people who are doing continuous yajnas from last 10 years or so, right? Okay, so we'll just move forward. So the first one is the ton. So I want all of us to chant this for just 1 minute. Keep your concentration towards Soumya sir. He has back pain, and I want that to release during the session. Okay. Soumya sir, you can also chant along with us.
Sure, Nilma. Thank you.
Okay, you can chant it in your head or outside, whatever it is, whatever might be comfortable for you. So we'll all start. You have to chant ton, ton, okay? Ton, 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 ton.
हमारी लड़ाई की बस शुरुआत है अभी भी
Thanks, everybody. Soumya sir, how are you feeling?
I'm not sure, Nilima, because once I try to move, then only I understand the pain because I'm just lying in the bed. So as of now, it's not there. But if you try to change the posture, then only I understand the pain is there or not.
Can you try a little bit? Don't do too much.
I'm trying.
Don't do too much. It's okay.
It seems better actually, I would say. Not fully gone.
Okay, it will
Yeah,
reduce.
it
It will
seems better
reduce.
actually. Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems better.
So what I want you to do is even after the session, please keep chanting "tan tan tan." Okay, off and on, 1 minute at a time.
Sure, will do.
And
Sure.
can you let me know by tomorrow how you are feeling?
Definitely, Nilima. I'll get back to you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Okay,
Thank you.
so that is the first mantra, tan, which you can use for physical pain. Okay, any kind of physical pain, you can use it. And like I said, because you all have not done Siddhi for it, you will not be able to give it to others, but you can use it for your own pain. Okay. The second one will be for, see, the mantras which I give today will be for health, wealth, and happiness, because these are the three major things everybody looks for, right? So first is the health, which is tan. It is, this is the mantra of Lord Brahma. The second one is the mantra of Sri Mahalakshmi. The mantra is Shreem. Okay, so when you chant Shreem, it is important that your intention is very clear. Your intention on why you're chanting it should be very clear. Like you just say that I want a steady flow of money into my house or into my life. Or you can say that every month I should be able to earn X amount, say 10,000, 1 lakh, whatever. So your intention should be very clear when you chant this mantra. Any mantra that you chant, it is important to chant it a minimum of 11 times, but 108 times works wonders. That is the reason we have the japamala of 108 times. Okay, if you do not have the japamala, then you can keep the timer for about 1.5 minutes. Just 1.5 minutes, keep chanting it, and it will come to approximately that 108 times. Okay, so the second mantra is Shreem. Okay, the first one is Tan, the second mantra is Shreem, and the third one is happiness. See, when are we happy? We are happy when we don't have the stress, when we don't have something which is burdening us down in this world, right? So today I will be giving you the mantra of Ma Tara Devi. Okay, so Tara mantra is about bringing abundance into your life. And abundance does not mean a bigger car, a bigger house. It does not mean a lot of jewelry, lot of money. No, abundance is a state of mind. Abundance is a state of mind where you feel gratitude for what you already have. You start feeling gratitude for something which already exists in your life. So what happens is how it works. It's a cycle, okay? So when you start feeling gratitude for something you already have in your life, you are releasing whatever is hurting you. If you feel I have a 2 BHK, I want a 3 BHK. When you start enjoying your 2 BHK, that thing releases. When that releases, a vacuum is created in your body. When the vacuum is created, universe doesn't like vacuum. It wants to fill it up. How does it fill it up? With whatever you have given. So if you give it in form of gratitude, it will come to you manyfold in form of gratitude only. You will start feeling gratitude for many, many more things, and it becomes a beautiful cycle of gratitude. And when you have so much gratitude in your life, abundance just flows because you have gratitude, right? Which means you are grateful for what you have, which means you feel that you have enough to give also. See, there are like, 10 or 12 things which you can do in order to increase the abundance. So one of which is giving, charity. You will give charity only if you think you have enough. When you think you have enough, when you have gratitude. So they are interlinked. When you give, again, a vacuum is created. You have given away something, right? Let's say you have given away a table from your house. There's the space for the table over there. So you will get a better table, bigger table. You might get something else. Similarly, if you are giving something, of course, you can't do this with the aspect that, okay, I'm giving, so I have to get it. Then you will not get it. You will only get it when you just give it. When you give it, only then the vacuum is created. When the vacuum is created, universe fills it. But universe knows to fill it only with what has been given. So you give niceness, you get filled with niceness. You give charity, you get filled with abundance. Okay. So the reason I'm telling you this is, when you do the Tara mantra, you will see abundance. When you see abundance in your life, don't block it. Give it. Let it flow. Okay. Because like we see, a river which flows, you don't have any weeds or stagnation, junk. You don't have it in that. You only have that in ponds. When the water is stagnant, that is where moss grows. That's where weeds grow. That's where dirt stays. Similarly, our energy is like that. We have to let it flow. It comes to you, goes to you, it flows through you. The same thing you have to do with abundance also. It comes to you, it keeps you happy, it flows through you. That is when the flow will be extremely steady. Okay. So the third mantra is a Tara mantra. It's called Threem. 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 Okay. Make a note of these three mantras. Do them every day, or whatever connects with you, whatever you think that you need in your life. You can do that. Do it 11 times every day. Please chant it. Okay. And if it is possible, give me a feedback within a week or so. Give me a feedback on how it is working out for you. Okay. And so these are the three mantras. Other than this, I will be sharing in the groups. I'll be sharing two mantras. Yes, Pooja, just 1 minute. Two more mantras. One is the Dhanvantri mantra, which is for good health. If possible, play the mantra every single day in your house, because it has the vibrations of Lord Vishnu, like energy in form of Lord Dhanvantri. Dhanvantri is god of medicine. Okay, so as and when the vibrations go in your house, you are going to have a what do you say, the health of everybody in the family will be it will settle down. Okay. And the next one is a mantra which is for digestion. Okay, because nowadays I see many people having issues with their gut health. They can't digest food, they fall sick often. There's a lot of food poisoning going on, probably because our food habits have changed. So there's no good or bad. I won't say that outside food is bad, cooked food is good. I won't say anything like that, because all of us tend to do it for one particular purpose. If we cannot cook at home, we order from outside. If we cannot order from outside, we keep a cook in the house. Many things many people do for many reasons. So we are in no position to judge. All we can do is call upon the energy of the divine. And this is a basically mantra from the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, it says Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritah Pranapana Shamayuktaha Vachamyannam Chaturvidham. It means Aham, me. I mean, the divine is talking about themselves. No, ma'am, I'm not doing any healing today or any teaching as such, but I will be sharing the recording. You can see it later. Okay. So before I tell the shloka, let's ask Pooja. Yes, Pooja, tell me.
firstly, I want to say that like battery is low. So your session is so empowering and you explain things so beautifully that I always actually like this evening time. It doesn't suit me, but like for you, I always want to be there when you hold the sessions. Like you said so simply that gratitude is so important. That we forget what we have and actually accepting ourselves, accepting things makes it easier and like creates a, sorry, I don't know if I got it right, creates a vacuum and creates things for to come in life. Am I right?
Yes.
So yes, so I just wanted to ask approximately what will be the energy exchange for your upcoming course. That was the first question. And the second was like when you said Dhanvantri, the first word Dhan, I thought it is about money. So
Ah.
there I got a little confused. So how do we get that mantra? Like, is it on YouTube?
I will share it. I will share the link. I mean, see, you
Okay.
will get the Dhanvantri mantra on YouTube, but there is one particular mantra that I found the vibration to be very good. Like that is the one I play at home every day. So I will be sharing that particular link. If it connects with you, listen to that. Otherwise, you can find any other Dhanvantri mantra you can find online. Is okay. It's fine.
Okay. And as you said that for the mantras to work, the intention like should be clear. But it's also possible that sometimes it may take some time to work. Like it will work differently for different people. Like today, I'm having a lot of toe pain from 2 days. I didn't chant anything, but now since you mentioned, I will do that. Turn is for physical any pain, right? I mean, it's
Physical pain.
physical
Yes.
pain. Okay, I will
You can
chant
try
it.
it and let me know. You can let me know after an hour or so. I'll help you with
I
it.
can do what? Sorry, I can chant.
Yeah, you can chant it and you can let me know if it has worked or not. Just send me a message after an hour or so. Okay.
Okay, okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. So let's go ahead with the mantra. So it is aham. Aham. That is the. This is what the divine is telling. Okay. Aham. Me. Vaishvanaro bhutva. As a digestive fire. Okay. Praninam. In all creatures, all organisms. Deham ashritaha. Deham is body. Ashritaha. I reside. I reside in every organism in form of digestive fire. Okay. Prana apana samayukta. Prana apana. Inhale, exhale. Basically, the circulation of energy in the body. Like, the blood flowing properly, the breath going properly, all this. Prana apana, when you do the yogasanas, they tell you, you have to balance both the nostrils. It is prana and apana. Okay. So the energy going in and it comes out. So it is the energy which circulates this way. The blood energy circulates this way. Okay. So you have both the circulations going on inside your body all the time. Prana apana samayuktaha. It balances it. When it balances it, everything inside is balanced, right? Pachamyannam chaturvidham. There are 4 kinds of food. It is liquid, semi-liquid, solid, semi-solid. 4 kinds of food that we all eat. Pachamyannam chaturvidham. All 4 kinds of food, I digest it. Okay, so this is one mantra. I want you all to learn it. It is just 4 lines, guys. Okay, so learn it and chant it every day before you eat. Teach it to your family also. It's a very, very powerful shloka from Bhagavad Gita and it works wonders. It actually works wonders. Okay, you will reach a stage where you will not need a doctor. So use it. We have so much knowledge in this country. Let's all use it. Okay, so I will be sharing the mantra. I will also be sharing the YouTube link for the Dhanvantri mantra. And other than that, I have given you 3 mantras. Okay, so my upcoming workshop, I will be teaching 50 plus mantras actually. I will be teaching you how to do siddhi of the mantra. I will help you like guide you with how each mantra works, how it is going to help you in your life when you need it for one particular issue, and how you can do it. Okay, there are mantras for various things, like for like I said, it's there for harassment. It's there for electronics not working. It is there to find the right plumber. We have a lot of mantras. Okay, so I will be teaching 50 plus mantras in the session, and the course will be 1500. um, I usually don't like to charge for my workshops from people, who have been following me from quite a long time. They know that. But the thing is, Vedic mantras take up a lot of energy. Like, when I do the siddhi of it also, I expend a lot of energy. And when I give it to people, I need the balance of the energy exchange. Okay. So this is what I will be charging. This will be in the second week of February, and I will be giving the proper dates as and when I start creating the content for it. Okay, so anybody who wishes to join, let me know, send me a message, or you can put it in the group also. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know if you have any questions now.
Yeah, one question.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yes, Archana ma'am.
Yeah. So I was asking you regarding the healing. I mean, if you do any healing or if you teach any kind of self healing, I didn't mean with this session as such. Generally, would you teach?
Yes, I do teach chakra healing. I teach a lot of stuff actually.
Okay.
Okay, you can see my YouTube channel. I'll be sharing this link anyway. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to see most of my videos.
Okay.
And other than that, also I will be taking I try to take at least one workshop per month, and I have one which is coming up again. Same towards the second week of February for a womb connection. This is a women only workshop wherein I will be teaching about womb space. It's for people who are going through like fibroids, PCOD, all the womb related issues. So that's again a free workshop. I'll be posting those details also later. But is there anything specific you're looking for, ma'am?
I was interested in learning some kind of healing there.
Which
Reiki.
kind of healing are you
Reiki.
looking for?
Reiki.
Oh, Reiki. Okay. The first level of Reiki I will be taking at the end of February, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much, Vandana, ma'am. Yes, Soumya, sir.
Just a quick question. To chant this mantra, is there any restriction on the food or probably a drink or something, or
No
any
restriction.
timing?
But you have to take bath and do it, because see, these mantras are related to the divine energy.
Right.
So let's just not do it whenever and wherever, right? So
Like my current condition, I'm not able to take a bath. I'm not able to go to the washroom even. So
then
definitely need to.
what you can do is take a ask your spouse to bring a glass of water with some haldi in it. Sprinkle
Okay.
for yourself.
Fine. 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 Thank you. And
Okay,
there's no restriction on food type or anything else, right?
nothing.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Sure. Okay, so let me check. Thank you, Renika ma'am. Gayatri, yes, thank you so much for joining me. Tina ma'am, no ma'am, nothing like that. Any japamala you have, you can just use it. Like I use mostly Sphatik and Amethyst. Those are the two japmalas which I have. So whatever you have, you can use it. It's fine. I have seen people use the japamala counter also. Um, so it's fine. And most of the time I don't use japamala. I just count. I mean, I don't know if you guys know. So if you start counting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. I don't know if you guys know this, but that is the count for 21. So if you do 321s and 315s, you get 105, 108. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Yes, Vandana ma'am, you wanted to say something? Vandana ma'am? Welcome, Tina ma'am. All right, so we are going to end it over here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you all in the in my paid session also. Okay, and Soumya sir,
Yes,
send me a DM if you don't. I mean, if it doesn't reduce completely, I will try to remove it completely by tonight. Okay.
fine. DM, I don't have your details or number. Probably I don't know from where to get it.
Uh,
Or maybe I'll check in the WhatsApp group.
are you
You must
part
be
of the
admin.
WhatsApp group or are you part of the Telegram group?
I am part of the WhatsApp group, where I got a link in the Telegram. So
Yes,
probably
yeah. From that, I mean, you will be able to find my number. I'll be posting all these videos and everything right now, right?
fine, fine. Then I will get your number. I will DM you. Thanks a lot. Neha.
Yes, please. Yes. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, guys. Thank you, Vasanta ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Usha, Pooja, Archana ma'am.
Thank you, Nilima.
Thanks, everybody. Good night. I'll be sharing
Thank
the
you.
recording now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nilima
Thank
ma'am. Wonderful session.
Thank you. Thanks, Ishwari.